another episode of AutisHim, Black Fathers in Autism. My name is Tyrone, one of the hosts. I got my brothers next to me, Lonnie, Nick, Trav. Hey, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. Tune in. We on here doing our thing. We dropping knowledge. We doing all of the stuff, man. So make sure y'all tune in. Hit that like and subscribe button. Hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, all of that stuff, man. We about to get into it. My boy Trav got some things he want to get off his chest. So I'm going to let him go ahead and kick it off first. Go ahead, Trav. Do your thing.
Holiday season. Good times. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? Oh, my goodness. My favorite time of the year, traveling. One thing I always kind of see is just, traveling, especially when you have a child on the spectrum, can be pretty difficult. So something I want to talk about on this episode specifically is how you handle certain arrangements when it comes to making sure that your kids are okay when it comes to traveling. So being married to my beautiful wife, we have a scenario and an agreement every year. We split the time between in-laws and our family. So this year, we'll be spending before Christmas with the in-laws, kind of Christmas after Christmas with my family. So during this time, our kids they tend to have a lot more free time with their cousins and everything, whether it be screen time, video games, all that stuff. So one thing I want to say is definitely it's important to make sure that you're keeping balance around this time. Yes, they're out of school. You want to let them be able to have their fun, but at the same time, know that it may be a bit harder to get them out of that loop. For example, if I give my son typically more than 30 minutes at a time, if I let him take, get your tablet for 2-3 hours, the rest of that day is going to be very difficult because he's going to be overstimulated. He won't be able to listen as well. He won't be able to take directives as well. So I say that to say pretty much make sure that you're letting your kids have fun, but make sure that they understand that there are boundaries. I know myself personally, and I'm sure the fellas can agree, it's important to also have something like a timer, something they can see as a visual to say, okay, I have this 30 minutes. Let me look at this, make sure that I have my time to play Roblox or go play, I don't know, Call of Duty, Madden, all those kind of games. But when that time is up, they know and they understand. I feel like my son is in a position being 9 where he understands time and he knows that the time is up and he's been doing a pretty good job lately. Is it always perfect? No. But he tries. And then on top of that, too, it's important to help the family members understand that as well. Sometimes in the past, I've got that, oh, you're too strict. You don't let them have their best time. That's not what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to set my son up for success. Ty, feel me? He already
No,
laughed.
I feel you. I'm laughing at Nick, man, because Nick, yep, he know what I'm talking about.
Yeah. It's just like I'm not trying to be strict, man. I'm just trying to make sure my son can have a conversation with you because little do you know, my son is he got his face in that screen 3-4 hours. He come out of that, then he go try to talk to grandma and he getting one word answer or she's getting one word answers. Then it's like, why aren't they talking to me? Well, they are a bit overstimulated. So us rationing the time and also making sure that they get time with family, FaceTime interaction is very key in order to grow that relationship as well. But that's just one thing I kind of wanted to start off with because I feel like it's important to understand during travel and holiday time that definitely like making sure that you set things up properly and put your child who's on the spectrum in the best position to make sure they're comfortable and make sure they enjoy the holidays as well.
So I think I'm gonna be the eyeball out only because when breaks roll around, I'm on break, and that means sometimes I'm on break as a dad. So
Let's be
I'm not,
nice.
yeah, I'm not the best when it comes to this. One thing I think we struggle with over here is the bedtime. Not because my son like won't go to bed if we tell him to. I think the thing is he is he'll we don't enforce it, right? So he's like up and he sleeps in and he could oversleep and then that could be a thing. So I need to be better about getting him to bed. Or maybe not what we usually get him to bed, the time he does when he's in school, but maybe just like, okay, a half, you can stay up a half hour, and that'd be cool. But when we on break, man, we on break. We be chilling, lounging. I'm like, look, man, I need, and Travis, you said this earlier, man. Peace. Need
Yeah.
peace. I need
Some
peace. I don't need nobody yelling, screaming, crying. I'm not even talking about my youngest son. I mean, all of us. Like, just I don't need to be upset. I just want to chill, man. Just have a restful break, man. Because got to get back to the grind when it's over, and then you got to be rested for that. I do want to ask y'all, and I'm kind of jumping, but definitely talk about y'all travel stuff. If when you talk about travel stuff, can you please comment? Do y'all make big meals on Christmas, or do y'all like what do y'all do for the meal portion?
So so I'll say this. Um, Travel first. I'll talk about all of that. For the parents that don't have off, that don't have a break, this guy, who only may have this year Christmas and maybe the day after, because everybody may not have the day after. But if you're working the remainder of the break, then continue a schedule that's similar to like the schedule you had before break. Like I get that it's a break and your kids may be out of school, but if you have to go to work, having a routine or trying to maintain the routine could help in the transition back. So, if you're off, if your kid is off to January 2nd or 5th, um, that's a lot of time away from the traditional learning, arena. And so if this is, your child has adjustment challenges, then trying to stay as closely to your routine as possible. If you're able to send them to a winter camp, I know that there's some people have winter camps that are around the same time during the day as school would be, then you would get them up just like you would go, like they were going to school. They would go to the winter camp and, you know, then come home, like, or you pick them up or whatever the case may be, like they would school. So if you have those time management pieces or those challenges when it comes to routine, do your level best to maintain a routine. And nobody says that you can't have school at home during the break. I'm not a fan personally of that whole summer slump, winter slump. I'm not a fan of that because that then becomes more difficult for your child to get back in when school picks back up. So if they're continuous, and you don't have to learn all day, but definitely involve some type of education with that. With the whole holiday thing, I'm not a Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas, um, so we don't have a Christmas feast. However, at the end of Kwanzaa, which is the 1st of January. Kwanzaa is the 7 days between Christmas and New Year's. There is a Karamu or feast at that time. And so um, there have been years where we've done that either with the community where we've gone out and they've had a feast that we were able to partake in, or just something in our own home where we may get something that we wouldn't traditionally have during that time of the year. So we may order some food instead of, cooking at the house. We may have a little bit of extra and do that. You may have, an ice cream after meal, whereas normally you may not have an ice cream after meal or something along those lines. But I will say this right now, in a lot of families, money is tight. With money being tight and people unaware of what their financial outlook is going to be in 2026, maybe it's not big feast season. So maybe you just grab, whatever your regular meal portions are and ride it out into the sunset. But if you have it to do a little extra, do a little extra. I'm not a fan of telling people to go broke. Please don't go broke. You are paying for Christmas gifts and whatever else you know, decorations and your high electric bill around this year because you got your lights on all night long. So, you know, if you need to stack some dough. But if you got it like that, you know, I ain't checking nobody's pockets. You do you have fun, enjoy your holiday season.
We spending a couple of days with my mother-in-law a couple hours away, and we always take games. We take Uno, we take board games, and I make everyone, all the kids, got to sit down, put the screens down, and play, because all my kids, not just my autistic son, they get too much screens, they crash out. I mean, they literally, it's like withdrawal. I'll be ready to snatch them up. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm trying to be, you know, the dad in the books. You about to get the old me. You better fix it. So I got to monitor the screen time for them, and they get unregulated. So they literally like crash out, can't function. It's too much for them. But we recently took a trip, a big trip for my son's birthday, and when I got there, where we got, seeing everybody just. I'm strict in my house. I require 2 languages. I require 2 instruments. I require a checklist every day. And I can be over the top sometimes. I hear from people, but when we went where we went, everyone was speaking multiple languages. Everyone was it was the norm. And I forget we do things well here in the United States, but some things we don't do well. And so I was just affirmed in my belief in how I want to raise my kids. And it's been really turning up lately in that they're doing so well. So I've recommitted to my focus as far as pushing them. So we are going to have work all break every day. But when they work is done, then they get some screen time, and it's paying dividends. And so my main goal is, my biggest concern used to be what's going to happen to my son when I'm dead and gone. And now I'm starting to see more opportunities and more options for that, because I've been so incessant and ridiculous about pushing and having requirements. That's starting to pay dividends. And so I think now is the time to double down on that and to push. And the last thing I'll say, he's starting to see where his focus and energy into something pays dividends. There's benefits. He's like, you know, if I do this more practice, I'm better at this, right? So he has a piano recital Saturday. He excited for it. In the beginning, he hated getting up there. Now he up there, he getting it in. He love it. And so I want to keep pushing that, because for me, it's like literally what is possible for him, and that those possibilities keep expanding. So spend a couple days in Charlotte with the family. We're coming back late Christmas Eve, so we can wake up here Christmas morning with the kids, and we do big feast, big meal, all that good stuff. Get my cholesterol on, and I went through a couple years of making healthy mac and cheese. Nah, I'm back to the old
Mac and
school.
cheese.
I'm back now.
Yeah, you ain't doing it right.
I read too many
doing it
books.
Those 2 words go together. Actually, it's 3 words.
Yeah,
The books messed me up on that. I fixed my ways. Now I'm back to doing the old school meal. So it's gonna be a good Christmas.
There you go. There you go.
And man, I know a vegan mac and cheese in Maryland that's fire. I'm just saying, it's the off the chain.
I'm back
They
on
got no
home.
Velveeta. I don't want it.
Man, you want this mac and cheese? This mac and cheese is fire. This is fire.
Okay, from the finest cows.
Hey, it's not even. It's not even from cows. No meat in this mac and cheese.
What do they
Hey,
meat from?
Meat and mac and cheese?
No dairy. No, none of that
meat,
stuff
no
in this
dairy.
mac and
dairy,
cheese.
okay. I'm like,
yeah. No cows in this mac and cheese
Okay.
at all.
So
And the
was
joint
it
is fire.
like almond milk or something?
Cashew
Cashew. Okay.
Cashew milk. Okay.
Cashew mac. That
Open to
joint
that.
is-
Okay.
It's,
You hear
it's
that,
good.
y'all? Cashew mac and
Cashew.
cheese. Not with the cashews in it. Cashew milk.
No.
Yeah,
It's
that's
cashew milk.
That's no longer mac and cheese.
That's a science
I do have a
experiment.
question. Real quick. I do have a quick question, because both of you all have talked about like screen time. So when you're on the road or on an airplane traveling, and you're in a car or in a plane or on a bus or however you're traveling, and it is longer than an hour, between where you're going and your destination. What are you doing with your children, knowing that you're trying to limit screen time, keep them on the schedule? How are you actually keeping your children occupied in the actual travel experience?
Can
Ooh,
I
We
can I
bring
start off
books.
real quick?
It,
Because
it doesn't matter. It's for everybody.
okay,
Yeah.
just let me get this out real quick. So what I've discovered with my son is very is very it's strange, but it's not because I really enjoy it. My son, because we got him a phone. I gave in. I don't know if I told you, Lonnie. We gave in. It really was his grandmother. His grandmother, like my mom, bullied me to get him a phone, dude. It was insane. We ain't even got time on the episode to even go into it. How bad I got bullied to get this damn phone. But anyway,
strong arm.
so my son really loves enjoying having conversation with his parents. So he'll be on the phone, maybe, I don't know, 20 minutes, maybe 30, but then he'll put it down and he'll just want to talk. He'll just want to have a conversation. And I enjoy it. I enjoy talking to my son, right? Like I'm teaching him about life and things that I did right, things I did wrong. He's asking questions about school and his peers and just life stuff. And he loves talking to his mom. But when we're in the car and we're going for place for a long time, he'll just put the phone down and just talk. And so it's not something that we're doing. That's just something he naturally does. So that's my 2 cents.
Okay,
We
okay.
take books. We got 2 or 3 books. We kinda when they was real young, we started reading with them every day, 20, 30 minutes, and that's continued. So their natural disposition is books. So I'm always like, all right, iPad's up, book time. And it's been a good mix. We also take board games and whatnot, but I will say this too. I look at YouTube time and online time a little bit different than video games. We enjoy video games together, and I think it's a different type of simulation. So I YouTube stuff, they be in these trances and gone, and it's a whole different entity. And I'm always watching, and now there are all these text chains on our iPads, and so they know went through the training about online safety. We going through that again because my son wants a phone, he ain't getting it, but the other two are getting something from Santa this year. They're getting some watches, and so we want them to be safe, and we want to spend the time to give them the skills to be able to handle the phones, right? And so we limit it, and after the time runs out, it's all on timers. Then they got to earn it back. My wife don't know the code to give them more time because they ask her.
Mm.
She's like, "Here you go." I'm like, "Nope, no more time. They got to earn time." So I didn't change the code. I ain't got time for that. We reading some more.
Let's go, brother. Timekeeper. I love that. I'll be honest, our road trips are a bit different than our air travel. So for road trips, stick it to the 30-minute increments and then something similar to Ty. Try to have conversations where we can, but a lot of it's really sleep. The kids are really sleep majority of the road trip. So a little easier. When it comes to flights, definitely a little more chill just because there are individuals around us. So we try to help out where we can to keep our kids chill. Because, kids in general can act a fool on a plane. Doesn't matter if they're on a spectrum or not. So, specifically flying Delta, obviously there's entertainment on the seat. So, yeah, we'll let them watch a movie, enjoy that, watch a little TV. And then as far as tablet goes, give them the same 30 minutes or so. But we are a little more lenient on the entertainment on a plane just to try to keep things a little more relaxing. But I want to touch on that food point. Traditional. Cornish hen, ham, regular mac and cheese. I'm gonna tell my wife about that almond mac and cheese. I can't wait to see what she say. But my dog Nick, he got some almond mac and cheese.
Cashew mac.
Cashew mac. My bad,
Cashew mac.
wrong. I was gonna say something else. Yeah. Greens, candy yams. So very traditional with the food. Yeah. but looking forward to it all. These are definitely great things we're talking about.
I got another question. I gotta ask y'all. So I don't know how old school your families are, but my mom is still like kind of superstitious when it comes to New Year's. She got it from my grandmother. Like I remember my grandmother doing this. So on New Year's Day, the first day of the year, are you all eating black-eyed peas?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
What?
sir.
So
Come on, Ty.
So okay, so look. My grandmother was the same way. Like black-eyed peas. My mom used to do it. She stopped doing it. I really think it's because of her age. Like she just don't like being in the kitchen cooking that much anymore. But this kind of goes into another topic, and nobody else got to talk about it. But I realize that when my mom cooks food, like to the point now where I can only eat a little bit of it because everything is sugar and grease. Like it doesn't agree with my stomach.
Body.
Because I don't really eat fried foods like that. Like I don't really eat the way that I used to, or just on sugar, honey, iced tea all day. Like, so when my mom make food, like she'll be like, "You don't want this? Take the sweet potato pie home." I'm like, "No, I can't," because it's just gonna go to waste. Because none of my kids eat sweet potato pie. Like we don't really feed our kids like super junk food like that, and we don't really eat bad food like that. We don't really fry like. I can't think of the last thing I've actually fried in this house. So
Especially
my mom, dude, right. Ever since the air fryer came out, like I don't like my mom. Like she made, man, what she made me that one time? She made me some dressing, bro. It was so good, but I can only eat like 2 scoops of it. I was like, I can't. It tore me up. I just can't eat her food anymore. So anyway, that wasn't your question, Dick.
Not stuffing, dressing.
No, it was dressing. Yeah, dressing.
No, I'm saying from my people watching, dressing.
Oh yeah. There is a difference. That's all y'all know. There's a difference. So like I know that wasn't your question, Nick. I had to throw that in there. But no, my mom, she used to. She don't do it that much anymore.
Y'all ain't gonna make fun of the raisins and the stuffing at my in-laws' house now. That's disrespectful.
You can keep that to yourself.
Yeah, nah.
I'm a vegan and I won't even eat that.
Not the raisin brand. What are we doing?
They put raisin in the dressing?
Or
do they call it stuffing?
They call it stuffing.
I don't eat it. I don't know.
Skip over that. You'd be like, you want some of this? Nah, I'm
I will say though, the food is really good, except for the raisins. Okay. Everything else is on point.
Okay. Except for the raisins. I feel
Yo,
So are y'all cooking like, black-eyed peas, collard greens, like whatever your superstition is that happening in
my
your
wife
house?
is all into that green for the money, black-eyed peas for the look, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, we're big on autos. We're getting into New Year's. Yeah, so black-eyed peas, greens, something about you gotta have some money in your pocket when you walk through the door. Try to do all the laundry, clean up, all that stuff. Yeah. That's a little harder, easier said than done. But yeah, no, we into all that stuff, man. It's kind of fun because it challenges us. Like, oh, it's about to be the first. Let's see if we can do it. Do it happen all the time? Probably not.
Are y'all been getting New Year's resolutions?
I stopped doing that a long time ago. I just do it. I'm like, I don't need a year or the new year to make me do. I'm gonna just do it. I stopped doing it a long time ago because first, you go ahead.
I do my own. I make the kids do them. We got family resolutions.
Yeah. Man.
Nah, I'm like, just do it. If either you gonna do it or you're not. Like it's maybe I'm negative. Like I used to do that. Like New Year, new me. I'm gonna get in shape. Blah. Nah, I'm just if I'm gonna do it, I'm just like I'm gonna do it. If I'm not even gonna play myself. I'm good.
Here's my thing. So I'm not necessarily like I gotta wait till January 1. I will make a list just like Lonnie said. But if I could start sooner and I can control that. I'm agreeing with you, Ty. Nick, you was about to say something. Go ahead, man.
Well, we don't really do the New Year's resolutions, but I do know the last couple years we've been doing vision boards.
Oh, so
my wife like towards the beginning of the year. It's normally not like at January 1, but like around the beginning of the year. We've been doing vision boards for the last couple of years, but it's a lot of cutting and pasting and stuff. So this year, what I'm thinking about is if my wife and my son are into it, we may see if we do an electronic vision board, something that, you know, we can still come to. I mean, because we actually do have a good time doing it. You know, it is a lot of, you know, camaraderie and stuff around doing it. So maybe we'll see about doing an electronic vision board and hooking the computer up to the TV, so like everybody can see. And you know, you have to talk about your vision board, because we always have to you know, you have to describe what's on your vision board and why you put it and what your hopes are for the up and coming year. So we'll see about that. With everything that's going on recently, we haven't really looked into it, but I think in the next like week or so, we'll definitely start, you know, getting that stuff together. I will say this for all of the families out there. If you have not started looking for summer camps, I know we're talking holiday season. I know we're talking about Hanukkah and Christmas and Kwanzaa and, you know, the festivities of it all. But for the business aspect of it, because once it's all over, we still get back on the grind like we were saying earlier. If you have not started looking at summer camps, look at summer camps. By February, a lot of people have already chosen, registered, and some people even paid for the summer camp. And if you're looking for a specific summer camp to tailor to the needs of your child, then you definitely want to get in sooner than later. Is our children being on the spectrum? There are some camps across the country that tailor to the needs of children on the spectrum. If you have another neurodivergent diagnosis, ADHD, dyslexia, dysphagia, whatever, there's some other camps that may tailor to that diagnosis. But what I also know is that these camps can get filled and packed really, really quick because everybody's looking forward to it. So please, as you're eating your holiday festivity foods and you opening up your presents, if that's what you do, or you're lighting your Canara, if that's what you do over this time, please definitely just keep it in the forefront of your mind that you may want to start looking at summer camps so that you're not out in the cold. Just waiting until April, waiting until May is a sucker's move. And I don't suggest that for anybody.
Yeah.
I second
Hey,
that.
real quick, Ty and Trav, do y'all family still make chillins?
Oh, my grandmother used to. My mom don't.
Yeah, my granny ain't made that in a while. Growing up, that was like her and my cousin thing. I used to despise it,
Whole
man.
house stinking.
just-
It was,
oh
oh my
God.
gosh, man.
Whole fit just to fit. You know, back then we was wearing the platinum
Yeah.
FUBU. I had the whole platinum FUBU fit, smelling like intestines. I was done.
Yeah, the
You was
whole
done?
house be stinking. No, we won't do that no more. We hopefully we've learned and we know better, we do better. So, you
Hey,
know.
my family don't do it anymore either. Back in Columbus, which I think people are eating a little bit healthier now. I just wonder.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I will
Yeah.
tell you one thing. I haven't had these in years. I want some neck bones and potatoes. I don't know if the neck
Neck
bones is from the cow or the pig, but I've been missing some neck bones.
I ain't had neck bones in years.
It's different
put
neck
that in
bones.
our
There's turkey
greens.
neck bones, there's
That's what we put
chicken neck
turkey neck
bones. It depends on the
Dang, I don't
animal.
even know which one my grandma used to make. She used to be like, "Here, here's some neck bones, eat it." She ain't
How
tell me what
big were they? Like
were
the
big.
size?
They were big.
They probably turkey.
Turkey.
They were like
The-
blocks,
They were
though.
probably turkey.
I have no
Yeah,
idea what
that
animal
sound about
it
right.
was. What animal was that?
It's
Hopefully
probably turkey.
I hope it was.
It's
Who knows?
probably turkey.
I
And
haven't
look-
had oxtails in a long time either.
And I still don't know
That's
what hog
good.
maws are. What was hog maws? Remember chitlins
They-
and hog maws?
I'll hog my.
Oh
I'm trying
man,
to
you
think.
talking
He just
traumatic
had
over
stuff
there,
down.
Lonnie.
Yeah.
He just had stuff down.
I ain't-
Ohio,
I ain't never had hog
Ohio,
maw.
what y'all do to Lonnie? Ohio, what did y'all do to Lonnie?
He's
My
just
family
saying
was
stuff
down
now.
down south. We escaped up to
Hog
Ohio.
balls
That
and
was our
shit.
freedom
You scared.
in the 1800s. So we came, but I mean, I grew up. No lie, I grew up. They was eating rabbit, possum. They was eating raccoon. Like they grew up like on
On
the
the
country
farm.
food.
Yep.
They didn't
I've
have the
had
money.
rabbit before.
So
Rabbit is
they grew up in
actually
the country.
good.
So
Yeah, it tastes like chicken. Like it don't really taste bad. Like it tastes good. I got tricked. My godmother tricked me. She told me what, like she was like, "I'll make you some chicken." I was like, "Okay, cool." She put it on my plate. I tore that thing up. She's like, "You know, you just ate rabbit, right?" I was like, "Wait, what?"
And a whole bunch bunny.
I was a kid, traumatized. I have so much trauma in my childhood.
You ain't watched
There's
Looney
things I can
Tunes or
tell
Space
y'all.
Jam or nothing since then. It's crazy.
Look, y'all fine.
Man, I guess we're not gonna go down that road. So let me keep it on the holidays. All of us have talked about, and I want the audience to hear what I'm saying. We've talked about traditions. This is a good time to start family traditions. Okay. My family, we had one tradition and now we've changed to something else. So every Christmas Eve, we get it's called the I forgot what the name of it is, but it's a big breakfast feast from Bob Evans. If you eat at Bob Evans, and we get it on the cheap because we use coupons. We get a big, I think it's called the farmer's breakfast or something like that. Anyway, we get it every Christmas Eve morning. We have breakfast together and we watch a Christmas movie. And it's amazing because I grew up on watching Christmas movies on Christmas Eve. So we get Bob Evans, we watch a Christmas movie, we play board games. That's our tradition on Christmas Eve. So if you're out there listening, if you don't have a tradition, start one. Start a tradition, man, because this is the time to do it, and you'll be surprised of how much fun you'll have starting this tradition.
Definitely. Yeah.
For those who may not celebrate Christmas, Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, if you celebrate something else, please feel proud in whatever it is you celebrate. For those family members who may know somebody who may not have a family, or know somebody who may have lost a family member around this time, understand that there are people who right now are suffering with depression during the holiday season for whatever their past has brought into their life. So I guess my hope is that we work on grace for other people in their situation, and we're all like trying to be the best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. And so just do your best to try to work on yourself as we talk about resolutions and vision boards, et cetera, et cetera. Try to work on yourself in how you deal with other people. We have a lot of content being flushed at us to separate. And I am a celebrator of Kwanzaa. And the first principle of Kwanzaa is umoja, which is unity. And so we need grace in order for us to continue to try to be as united as possible during these times, because we have so many things that will tear us apart and separate us. And as you're getting flooded with all of that stuff the rest of the year, at least try to transition this part of the year, more grace, more unity, more togetherness.
I'm doing everything not to quote Queen Latifah. You
Wait,
and I
what?
can walk.
This is what happens.
That was a jam. Nick is spot on. Spot on with the unity, spot on with grace, spot on with it all. I'm gonna take the opposite approach. And I'm just gonna say that there's some people out here I can't give grace to right now. I'm working on myself, but there's some people I just can't give grace to right now. They know who they are, but I just I can't. I'm working. You know, it's the holidays. I'm trying to be a better person. I'm trying to live in my peace, live in my truth, as they say. But Nick is right. You know, if you have the willpower, if you have the mental capacity, give some grace. I don't have that right now. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at.
I feel
I just want
that,
to be honest
Ty.
and transparent. I don't have it
Yeah.
right now. And, you know, for y'all that don't have it right now, it's okay. It's okay. You don't have grace right
Ty, what you want for Christmas? I need 2 hexes.
Oh. Man, oh man, I feel that. Another thing I want to say too before we wrap this episode: do not feel like you have to overspend to compensate for your child being on the spectrum, or maybe they're trying to help somebody understand and overspend to please them. Do not do that. In these times, stay strong, stay smart with your finances, set your family up, especially I'm talking to you Black fathers or fathers in general. Set your family up for success in the future. Make sure that your finances are in order. This time of the year can kind of get people off track. Do things that make sense, get the things that make sense. The time and the quality time of being with others is what's most important right now. Yeah, it sounds cliche. Whatever. It's the truth. The time is the thing that they'll always remember. I want my kids to look back 20 years from now and say, my dad was always just there hanging out. Hey, we watched the NBA games together. We watched football games now together. That time means a lot. So do not overspend or feel like you have to please or to compensate your child, because to be honest, they're only going to pay for it for about 30 minutes and then they probably ain't going to play with it no more. So stay smart.
Agree.
Merry Christmas. Remember, Jesus is the reason for the season.
I don't have a response.
You really can't skip it.
No, what I want for Christmas though, I'm trying to get Nick and his son on these video games. So, you know, we got no.
Bring the iPad. You getting the iPad on Saturday.
We got to get you on these games, Nick.
I appreciate the new iPad on Saturday. I appreciate it.
Appreciate that. So we gonna get some games on there. You know, they got the Apple Arcade. It's on there.
And you'll be playing with me because he's not going to be playing.
I'm gonna get nephew. I'm like, nephew, look, this game, you got some trains in it.
We all trying to get on Mario Kart though.
Yeah, we got to get on Mario Kart, Nick. We got to cross. We gotta get Trav on, and we gonna make our way over to Nick. Get him on his Mario Kart.
You got a lot of convincing to do. Because we got homework and projects and all that other stuff that comes first.
That's okay. We can actually cater the Mario Kart as an educational experience. So
yeah, you convince me of that one.
We got
convince me of that one.
Hey, challenge.
You don't want to drive one day, man. Come on, you holding him back. You don't want him to drive. Oh man.
Yeah, I can get the steering wheel shipped to you and everything. Oh, I got you. I got you.
We'll see.
I was strict.
Challenge.
You remind me that I ain't strict.
He like y'all wasting y'all.
He is. He's like, he's like, I'm not listening. I stopped listening 5 minutes ago. That's what he said.
Okay.
Oh man.
Oh man. Well, listen, everybody, man, be safe out there. You know, like Nick was saying, man, give somebody grace. I'm not doing it, but please don't be like me. Give somebody else grace. And also, if you're not around someone, make sure you get around someone. This is a time where, you know, a lot of people are depressed, have anxiety, especially around the New Year's and the holidays. So get around somebody. I don't care where you got to go. Go to a mall. Just get around some people, man, and make sure you're around your loved ones. Give them a big hug and a kiss and tell them, hey, I'm thankful you're here in my life. All right. This is AutisHim, Black Fathers and Autism, and we out.
I love you, Heartworm.